We've built the structure and now it's time to do the interior. Who's we? That's you and me. Let's go.
After banging up a layer of Kingspan insulation, it was time to add some wiring. This place is obviously going to be my workshop, which will mainly be used for fabrication and other engineering projects. So I'll need some decent lighting and power. I ran some cable for the lighting circuit and sockets. After the wires were laid, I added another insulation layer. This is a glass fibery rock wool style insulation, and it's coupled with Kingspan for added sound dampening and warmth. Next, we need to sort out this floor. As mentioned in the previous video, the concrete mix was extremely wet, which made bull floating it impossible. It's a rough finish with some dips, so I'm going to level it with some compound. This self-leveler isn't actually supposed to be used as a top coat. However, with some additives and a few layers of garage floor paint, I'm crossing my fingers that it won't crumble away. Once painted and cured, the floor was walkable. The wind where I live is absolutely insane at times. It roars and howls due to the surrounding area and the positioning of the fields around us. Therefore, I've decided to internally sheathe the interior walls with another layer of OSB. This will add strength, but it will also allow me to screw things into the walls more easily, so when I put up shelves and other bits and bobs when I kit this place out, I'll have a better job than what I would if it was plaster. I originally planned on putting plasterboard over the OSB, but later decided against it. But don't worry, I find a clever way to hide the joints. Once the OSB is fitted, I then gave it a licky lick of painty paint. This paint is paint, and it clings to the walls and reflects and absorbs different wavelengths of light, therefore appearing black, white, or apparently green. Fancy that.
I want to continue making videos for you all, so I plan on using this space for that. The content that I'll be bringing you is mainly engineering based, metalwork, fabrication, and basically making cool stuff. So make sure that you subscribe.
Wooden walls, welding and grinding don't mix well, so I'm adding a steel strip around the base of the interior as a spark guard. It's 1/2 meter high and will hopefully do the job. The downside is that it's added massively to the echo in here, which is a problem. Practicality means I need to find a way to reduce the echo. I can't have soft furnishings or acoustic foam paneling in here as it's too much of a fire risk, so I've gone with the idea of diffusing the sound as much as possible. To do that, I've made wooden strips that will be attached to the walls in a 3:2 ratio, cut at 30mm and spaced 20mm apart. These are made from hardwood ply. I used a level and a spacer to get them nice and straight.
These travel up the ceilings in a couple of places, and I think they look great. I've added some base traps above the doors at the apex, as I feel like they're out the way enough up there.
Coupled this with some cottage-style paneling, which finishes all the joints nicely, and it looks just lovely. This acts as architrave around the windows and doors and adds detailing to the interior. Speaking of windows and doors, I still don't have any. Well, I did build a side door, but when making it, I was scrapping around on the floor, struggling to get it to a standard that I would have liked without a proper workbench or tooling. So I've decided to hold off making the rest until this space is more functional and I can do a better job.
As you can see, we still don't have any lights in here, so if you have some recommendations for some workshop lights that work well with cameras, then please let me know in the comments. If you haven't seen the start of this project, you can watch the whole build in a single 6-minute video, and that's available here. Next is to kit this place out, and first up I need to build a welding table, and that video is available here if it's out. And if it isn't, don't worry, just subscribe so you don't miss that and future releases. And like this video, you've made it to the end. I'm Andre, thanks for watching.